You've been lounging with Skipper. You've been lounging with Skipper. Oh, yeah.
Yo. I want to welcome everybody to another episode of Loungin with Skip. And I'm sitting here today with a St. Louis legend.
What?
One of the top female MCs in the Lou. Moved to LA, made a name for herself, had like one of the biggest hits that came out of St. Louis in, what was that, 2015, 2016, 2014. I got Mz.007 in the house, y'all. What's going on?
Woo. What up? It's your girl, Mz.007. I didn't know I was a St. Louis legend. Is that what I am?
You're a St. Louis legend. You're a St. Louis legend. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've seen you, build yourself up, you know what I mean, in St. Louis and stepped out from St. Louis and moved to LA to pursue your dreams, your passion, you know what I mean? So a lot of things that some people in St. Louis with the same type of dreams and aspirations are afraid to do. And, I commend you in that because I myself did the same thing.
Yeah.
Almost 8 years ago now.
Damn, that long?
Yeah, I moved.
I told somebody, I said about 8 years ago, and then I was like, I don't know, maybe 6.
I moved. I left St. Louis March of 2010.
Wow, March must be the month when you know.
Yeah, you
got.
got.
I came here March 2013 and on a 2-week round trip, and never left.
Okay. So, tell me your beginnings. What got you started? You know what I'm saying? Where'd you grow up? Talk about your beginnings.
Well, I was born in a small little town, Delwood, Missouri.
Delwood? Okay.
Yep.
Off
I
what
was
street?
born in Delwood, off South Floridale and Dunmore.
Okay. That's off of what main street, though?
Chambers in West Florida.
Yeah. Over there in the infamous
Ferguson.
Yeah, the infamous area where all that shit went down.
Yeah, right there. Yeah, so that's where I was born, and then I grew up mostly in Ferguson on Forestwood. Graduated, went to all the Ferguson Florida schools.
Okay.
Griffith, Ferguson Middle.
Okay.
McClure.
Oh, you went to McClure? Graduated from McClure?
Yeah, but I ain't gonna tell you what year because I've been lying about my age a long time now.
Okay.
And so I gotta make up what year I graduated. I'm 28.
Okay. So let me see. That's 28. Yeah. That's like that's like 2008.
Yeah, something like that.
2007.
You're right on it. Yeah.
Okay.
No, but yeah, I graduated from McClure, and it's funny because I was a gospel singer. I was singing in church with my dad, and I turned 18 and moved out.
Well, you were singing gospel like what? At what age?
Birth.
Okay.
Like everybody who knows me to be a singer, not a rapper.
Wow. Okay.
Like people who know me.
They know you from back in the
know
day
Shannon
when you were singing.
Yeah, they know me for singing. That's it. Nothing more. The rap thing, just.
So you were singing in high school?
High school at choir, gospel choir, honors choir, all the choirs.
Okay.
Yes, from every grade, elementary on up.
Okay.
Choir.
What was like some of your influences growing up musically?
Yolanda Adams, Karen Clark, gospel. Gospel.
So you wasn't
Whitney Houston.
Okay.
I wasn't even listening. My parents are ministers. They were deacons. They're ministers now, but I wasn't even allowed to listen to secular music in the house unless it was like from movie soundtrack. Like my favorite soundtrack growing up, the most secular music I ever heard was from. I don't know why this just dropped out my brain, but Waiting to Exhale.
Okay.
And Bodyguard.
Okay.
So I was a big, I guess you could say, Whitney Houston.
Okay. And it was R&B. That was R&B too. Okay. So no rap music.
That was the devil.
Wow. Okay.
We learned that in church at Sunday.
Rap music was the devil.
Starting with Bone Thugs and Harmony. They wasn't having it.
Because they had them Ouija boards and all that type of stuff.
They wasn't having it. So yeah, that's the history of where my musicness started. But my brother is like my main influence because he's a jazz musician, and I grew up listening to the sound of a trumpet from birth.
Okay.
Every day of my life until he moved out. So I grew up hearing gospel and jazz.
Okay.
And he was just so ambitious, and when he left, he was like, I'm gonna make it. And I always followed up behind him. So he was like my main, like, first inspirer, I should sort of speak, on a personal level.
And so when you graduated from high school, then what happened?
Graduated from high school, and I was just out there. I wasn't doing nothing. I was throwing parties with my friends. We was trying to be like the top promoters in St. Louis.
Okay. What was the name of the company?
Pluto ENT.
Okay. And that was you and
me, Michelle, Naisha, Danielle, a couple other girls who not around now, some other girls who are around.
Okay.
But it pretty much always consists of about 7 or 8 of us.
Now I know I heard of that name through like was it Rose Gold?
Yeah.
He used to always mention that name a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, so what happened with Pluto was we started out as a community group. Well, what we would do, Pluto stands for Princesses Like Us Taking Over.
Okay.
So we would be at all the clubs all the time, every weekend, and we got really, really cool with security.
What clubs?
We would be at Onyx. We would be at Onyx, the casino on the east side, and then we would be, when it switched over, we'd be at like Dante's, the Loft, places like that. Okay. But we would literally, we would all put our money together, and I would cook like 5-course meals and bring them to the club and feed the security and staff.
Wow.
And that's how Pluto really got known.
Okay.
And then we started like promoting and throwing little parties and open mics, because all the guys that we knew rapped, like Ray the Kid and Oops and Grits, and all the dudes we knew rapped. So we would start throwing little showcases too. Okay. Which weren't really that successful at the time.
Right. Was that because stuff like the showcases, people would come just to see who they want to see, and then they would leave? Yeah,
but we were so new at that. Our thing was really just being at the club. That's how people knew us. It's just some people were just known for being at the club.
Right.
We were those group of girls that was just known for being at the club and showing up with food, free food for everybody. I was frying chicken, smothered potatoes, corn, fruit, all kind of stuff, just bringing it to the club in pans, and we was getting in free every party. And that's how Pluto, and then that's how I kind of like met Mocha Latte. And I asked her how I could become the princess of the city, because I would hear her say.
So you asked her that?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I would hear her on the mic saying she was the queen of the city.
Okay.
So I asked her, one day we was at Dante's, and I heard her on the mic, and I kept telling Pluto, that's what I want to do, whatever her job is. I want to MC, host parties, that's what I want to do. Like, that's who I want to be. And so I walked up to her in Dante's one day and was like, how can I become the princess of the city? Like,
what'd she tell you?
She told me that it was going to take hard work and dedication, and I had to not burn any bridges and build relationships, and I could do it. And so,
now, what year was this?
This had to be, Jesus. Okay, so mind you, Pluto was crazy. We, for some reason, could not live without each other. So we all moved in Nico Terrace, which is in the hood, in the county hood of St. Louis, off Chambers and Hall's Ferry.
Wow, okay. Yeah.
And everybody had their own apartment. We had 6 apartments.
Over there, Chambers and Hospital. That's
in the little behind that little school and down the hill in the little dip. You know what I'm talking about?
I think I know what you're talking about. Over there by the Dominoes and the
rallies.
Rallies. Yeah, the emo.
Yeah. Behind the emo.
Okay, and those apartments.
Exactly.
Okay.
So we piled up in there, but anyway, that was about 07, 08. I started rapping about 08.
Now, by this time, you was hearing How You Want It, Show Me My Phone It.
Yeah.
How You Want It, and then so you.
And Jump Stupid, Ray the Kid.
Okay.
Yep, and that's when it started.
And that's when you was like, I think I want to rap.
Well, we started hanging out with Unladylike.
Now, by this time, they didn't have their deal. They just got their deal, right?
They was on the verge of either getting it or had just got it.
Okay.
But we had got really cool with them because we was always in the club, and they was having us get on stage with them, and I was like, man, I feel like I could probably do this. But that ain't even what started it. I had a friend who used to come see me and kick it with me in Nico Terrace.
Okay.
And he rapped. And he pretty much challenged me. He came in the house, and everybody knew that my brother, he had did the she ain't got no money in the bank, Swiss Beats.
Right.
And so by then everybody was like, oh, her brother on, she da-da-da-da, because that's all I talked about. Like, my brother on, da-da-da-da.
Now, who's your brother? So
Hookman, Marlon Hookman Bonds.
Okay.
So he's a Grammy-nominated songwriter, producer, signed with Sony and all of that. So, people used to send me music for him all the time. Or the homie used to come over and be like, tell me what you think of this. You send this to your brother?
For real?
All the time. And so one day he walked in the house singing this song like, you like that, and I'm moving. Show him how Stella got her groove. He was just singing this song. And I was like, you think you hot, but you not. I rock the spot. I'll make it pop. And he was like, you can't rap. And I was like, well, I kind of could if I wanted to. I mean, I know all the DJs. I know all security. I know all the rappers. Hey, I mean, I know everybody. Why can't I? Like, everybody know Pluto. Everybody know Big Shannon. Why couldn't I? He was like, man. He was like, he pretty much challenged me to write a 16 to the hook or whatever, and he gave me a beat. And I stayed up all night
to write that 16
and wrote that verse. And the next day he didn't come over like he was supposed to. So I went all running through Berkeley looking for him. That's where he's from. Running through the hood looking for him. Found him. Spit the verse for him. He was like, hey, if you don't finish that song, you'll be stupid. So I finished the song, switched up the hook a little bit because he technically had written that hook, but I rewrote it, most of it, and then recorded the song, and that's how I got my first song.
Now, where'd you go to record it?
Okay, so at the time I was an academic coach at Berkeley, McClure, South Berkeley.
Okay.
And I was working on a GERO program through Flow Valley, and they had hired a bunch of people to help these kids graduate from high school on time. And I was one of the academic coaches, and I had 17 students. One of my students, his name was Big Mook, and he rapped, but he was like everybody engineer. Everybody recorded with him, even the homeboy who had told me to finish the song. That was who he recorded with.
Okay.
So literally, this was like some whoop that trick. Like, this was a whoop that trick moment. Like, I'm talking about a mattress up against the closet. Like, it was like one of them hood moments. And I recorded my first song. And
now, when you got that first song in your hand, you recorded it, you're hearing yourself play back, you like, okay, and then
I couldn't believe it. Nobody could believe it.
Okay.
Nobody could believe it. But the beat belonged to somebody, so my brother told me I couldn't perform it. And I had to wait till he sent me another beat, which he did. But even before that, hold on, when I knew I wanted to rap, because I skipped a small little part, we was in Dante's. It was like, I wrote this verse on a Wednesday. Dante's popped every Thursday.
Okay.
Thursday came, I'm like, y'all, I gotta get the mic. Mocha gonna be there. Cristal, he's spinning. They gonna let me, like, cause they know me. So Ray the Kid was doing his song Jump Stupid, and at this time they would let everybody, when they play their song, get the mic and jump on this little bitty ass stage and perform that shit.
Yeah.
Well, when Ray the Kid got up there, I asked him, hand me the mic on your second verse. I want to spit some. He like, you don't rap. I'm like, nigga, hand me the mic on your second verse, and he did it. And I spit that one verse out. This was before I finished it and recorded it.
Okay.
I had one verse to my name.
Okay.
He handed me the mic, and I stood in the middle of the club, and everybody formed this whole like crowd around me, spotlight, everything, and the whole club went crazy. Like, who is she? Is this the Jump Stupid remix? What is this? Like, everybody went crazy, and the energy was just so big. I looked at my girls and was like,
I'm about to do this.
I'm doing this. That was because you got to realize too, I was the fat kid in my whole life. I had poor self-esteem, low self-esteem. I didn't really have a whole lot of attention, so I would try to create moments which is why I would cook and bring food to the club. I would try to create friendships and relationships to get people to just notice me.
To gravitate towards you.
Exactly. And food was one of my things, cooking for people. So when that happened, I was like, oh, it's over. This it right here. This is my life forever. Like, ain't no turning back.
Okay.
Then I went and recorded it.
Okay. Recorded the remix?
The song. No.
Okay.
The song You Like that got me really known in St. Louis for the first song. They was calling the Big Girl Anthem.
Now, what song was that?
It was called You Like That.
How'd it go?
You like that, now moving. I show them how Pluto got that groove back. Go on, big girl, make it clap and get loose.
Yeah. So
every radio station within 30 days.
They was playing it?
On 95.5, 100.3
like
the B, Hot 104. Yes, I was on all three radio stations at the time.
Okay, so for artists that are trying to understand this part, how did you get your music out there to where they were able to play it in the mix and things like that? How'd you go about doing that?
If I got to be 100% honest about St. Louis, you really got to go rub the elbows with some DJs. I was feeding them. I was already bringing them food. I was cool with them. I low-key, I ain't going to say I cheated, but I had already built the relationship and the rapport. And that's how I believe. And then honestly, I ain't going to even say that because I was cool with a lot of rappers, so I knew when all the open mics was too. So I started showing up to open mics. And once I started showing up to open mics, some of the DJs was there. Well, then I would, because I knew the DJs, Chris Dow was the first DJ to play my record. Once I recorded it.
In the club or on the radio?
In the club.
Okay.
When I first recorded it the same day, I took it straight to Dante's that night and handed the CD to Mocha Latte. Mocha Latte handed it right to Chris Dow, and he put it right in without even asking what it was. And the whole club was going crazy.
So you built these relationships up to where they were like, all right, well, she good. You know what I'm saying? Whatever she bring me, it's obviously going to be something, so just play it.
Pretty much. That's pretty much how it happened.
Okay, so things started moving, your song was playing, then what?
Bishop V Love had a huge showcase. It was like 42 artists. And I was the last artist to perform.
Out of 42?
Out of 42 artists. I was number 42.
Jeez.
My whole family was there. This was the biggest showcase I ever.
Where was this at?
This was at Spruce. And every single DJ in the city of St. Louis and East Side was there.
And they was there the entire 42 acts?
They were the judges, yes. He had every DJ. This is probably the first and last time this ever happened.
Okay.
Because they was all in the building. I'm talking about all the DJs you can remember or name from back then. From,
AJ,
Cubs to AJs to Finsters to, everybody. Quinn. Everybody you can name who is anybody. Odie. Everybody was in the building.
Okay.
Sir Thorough, Cuddy, all of them was there.
Okay.
And I won. Like, it was like I performed.
You was number 42.
I performed, and they were so tired. After I performed, they was like, and the winner is Mz.007. Like, yes.
Damn.
And the whole club was mad. And I was like, I sat here this whole time. What you mean?
They was mad?
Yeah, everybody was mad.
What, the artists?
Yeah.
What the hell they mad
I don't
for?
even know. I have no idea. But after that, it was No Turning Back. I was doing all the open mics. This is when J House and Beatty was doing their thing. Beatty was giving away $500 every Wednesday. I won that every week for months.
You was winning $500
every week. I literally lived off that whole little open mic thing, contest thing for like a whole summer, like at least 5 months.
Really?
A good 5-6 months.
So you racked up about.
I mean, because you got to realize was him.
That's $2,000 a month.
Well, you got to realize too, it was him doing $500 on Wednesday, J House giving away like $200-300 another day, and then somebody else was doing like $100 on a whole another day.
And you was winning those.
All 3 of them a week. That like I was making about $600-700 a week in shows.
Okay.
Like
okay.
in shows, and then one day my brother came home. Mind you, all my songs on the radio. Now I done put out a few other songs. Did a song with County Brown, and I did a whole bunch of little other songs. And then by then, Get Rich was out. Was another big song that I did in St. Louis. It won me a lot of showcases, and it was on the radio a lot. But by the time Get Rich got out, my brother was sending me a lot of beats by then. And by then, it was kind of a situation where he was doing the hooks, I was doing the verses. He was doing the beats and the hooks, and I was doing the verses.
Using that. She ain't got no money in the bank.
He
was putting that on.
Yeah. So, then, I was the hooks were still in my voice. He was just writing the hooks.
Okay.
And he still kind of, most of the time, Important, the song that I got, did not.
Okay.
I wrote that, but
okay, so
most of my hooks, that's why his name is Hookman, because he will put the whole song together and then I'll do my verses.
Right. So, so you was winning these showcases. You were going about that. What was because for me, I know I started noticing you more when you did Important. Now, Important, you recorded that before you moved to LA. Right?
No.
Okay, well, before we even get to that. So, then, you win those showcases. Then what happens after that? So
when the second song came out that I got real popular in St. Louis, Get Rich, my brother had came in town. Well, he had never seen me in my rap atmosphere.
Okay.
So I begged him to come to the loft with me one night. Sir Thurl and Cuddy was there, Lou Gotti boys. They was doing their thing. It was live on the air. It was crazy. Yes, per usual, packed. Mm-hmm. And they spent my record. As soon as me and my brother walked in the club, the record dropped. And he like, damn. Like, as soon as they put eyes on me, the song dropped.
Okay.
Not unplanned, none of that. That's just what happened when you somebody in St. Louis and they see you walk in the club. Yeah. So he walked in. We got a VIP section, bottles, all that's ready. Because at that time, I would have partnered with my friend Belle, and she was doing Certified Fridays, Mic Check Mondays, and I would help her promote those events. And so we would always have free VIP and bottle service and stuff for assisting her with that stuff.
Okay.
So when he came in, he like, man, she got it cracking. DJ, he done pandered to the mic, and he knows Sir Thurl to be one of the top DJs in St. Louis, and he like, yeah, I like what you did, because he hadn't seen any of this. He just like, I'm sending her music.
Right.
And
I don't know what she really doing. She's
really
saying she's doing this.
Yeah.
I ain't seen it.
He ain't seen it. So when he saw that, he was like, I want you to come to L.A. I want you to come to L.A. He was already here in L.A. So I was like, cool. My birthday coming up, and I'm
What year was this?
2013, March of 2013.
Okay.
And matter of fact, it was March the 15th that I got to LA, and I was on a 2-week round trip ticket. And 2 days before my flight, we recorded Important. And after we recorded Important, we recorded this other song called Princess Stoner. And then we recorded this other song. And in the midst of them 3 songs, he looked at me and said, because mind you, at this time, I was in my 3rd year in college, finally. And about a semester and a half away from having my bachelor's in business administration and management. So he looked me dead square in my face and was like, yo, you want to go sit back in the classroom, or you want to stay here and fulfill your dreams? And I was like, I'm staying. And I dropped out of school, stayed, I never left.
And this was March
2013.
2013. You made your journey from St. Louis to LA.
Yep.
Now, at this time, you had already recorded Important.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't out yet, but it was recorded.
It was recorded. What made you all pick that record for that to be like the song that you're really gonna push and get behind?
Honestly, I tell my brother all the time, I don't think it was intentional, and if it was, it wasn't for me. He literally called me and said, pack a bag, we finna go to St. Louis and shoot this video to Important. And I was like, what? I need to call people. I got a set schedule. I got to get people to show up. I got to get venues. What you mean? He's like, it'll work out. Just pack a bag. I'm already to book the flight. Let's go to St. Louis. And I was like, all right, okay, let me start calling some people, because I want certain people in the video at least, And so it worked out. I got a few people to come out. Like, we made a small crowd look like a big crowd. Like, a lot of my friends, like my girls couldn't make it. They had stuff going on, work and stuff like that. It just was like, I got who I could.
Because the video, it still looked like it was still popping in the video. It didn't seem like all your girls were missing. Yeah. I remember seeing Belle in the video.
Yeah. Belle was in the video. Yeah. So, yeah.
Now, your brother did that track.
Yes.
He did that track.
He
did the hook too?
He produced it, and we did the hook together. So how that hook came about, he literally asked me, when you walk in the club, how do you want to feel? And I was like, important. And he was like, I'm like, when I walk in the club, I want everybody to know my name. And, just, we had a conversation. And he was like, how would you say it if you had an attitude? Like, if somebody was pissing you off. I'm like, I'm important, bitch. Like that. And he was like, all right. And as he was making the beat, he just started saying stuff, and I kind of we was going back and forth, and it's just, I'm important, bitch. I'm important. I'm important, bitch. He was like, nigga, wear that champagne, I'm poor. And it's just, that's how it came.
Now, that song landed you, what was it, in the Super Bowl, what was that, 2015?
Yeah.
That landed in commercials.
Yeah.
Now, how did that happen?
So, Important went viral. We put Important on World Star. That's pretty much the only, real investment we made. Well, of course, the video was, a lot to shoot, cost a lot. We flew out our own videographer from out here and, hired. He paid a lot of money for that video, I think $10,000.
Dang.
Just to get it all the way done and edited and shot, venue, feeding people, the whole budget.
Your brother?
Yeah, my brother.
Good shit.
Yeah, full investor. Nobody is putting no money behind me but him. And our parents. But, and really him on the music end, if I needed something personal, it would come from parents. Because he's like, I can't take care of you. And you and your career got to be one of the other. Call your mama if you need something. And we got the same mama. So, what was it? What was that?
I was talking about how did that song land on
the
Super Bowl commercial?
My bad. It's the weed.
And what commercial was that?
It was a Southwest Air commercial. So what happened was the video, we put it on World Star, and it got about 600,000 views, but people were then taking it and putting it on Facebook, and their pages were getting millions of views. So I had about 3 or 4 different guys who posted it who I did not know. Thank God for them. Corey Ward being one, Montgomery, I can't think his last name, few people. But they basically posted it and they went viral. It went viral from their page. And then a lot of celebrities started posting it. So about total cross board between Vivo, World Star, and Facebook, it got about 8 million.
So it's on Vivo?
Yeah.
Okay, so if someone types in your name, Mz.007, spell it.
MZ like zebra 007.
That video will pop up.
Yeah.
Good shit. Okay.
So yeah, it got about 8 million views, and from that, we just started getting calls and emails because he didn't attach. My brother didn't attach nothing to the video, but his personal email. And so all types of production companies and TV people started hitting me up, like, who are you? What do you do? Do you act? This and that and the other. And Southwest Air hit us up and was like, yo, we want to use this in a commercial for the Super Bowl. And this was the last year the Rams played in the Super Bowl and from St. Louis. So it was like real monumental.
Yeah.
Because everybody in the city was watching the game.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden my shit come on.
Yeah. Because I seen it.
Yeah.
You know?
So, yeah,
now,
that was
big shit.
That was big. I got paid off for that for about what's this, 2018? Probably got my last check. That happened 2015. Probably got my last check like August.
For that commercial. So which means they've been airing that.
It still was rolling.
It still was rolling.
But in different markets, like Texas was doing really well, so they kept it down there a long time.
Was it running overseas?
No, it was in the United States only. It was in the United States only, but it ran almost 2 years.
Now, how does that feel? How does something like that feel when you see?
That's wonderful.
Because we've had conversations while we hit you up and be like, yo, what's up with your ass cap and all that type of stuff. And, you know what I mean?
Getting on my head.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So when something like that comes about, it's like, it's well worth it. It's like, okay. I mean, you go from winning showcases in St. Louis to your song being placed on a commercial during Super Bowl. Now, that's nothing but God.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's God saying to you, keep continuing on doing what it is that you're doing. So by you being out here and you saw that, how are you feeling?
I mean, if I could be 100% honest, I couldn't believe it till the check started rolling in. Like, honestly. And they was just popping up. They wasn't even like on no schedule. They was just couple times a month. Like, hey. So I couldn't believe it. Like, and honestly, like, I was in a real bad situation. Not even a real bad situation, but just in a financial crunch. And I never really utilized LA for myself. I still haven't.
Right. So let's get to that. So, people think moving out here, everything is gonna change immediately. Let's talk about the downside of making that transition. I gotta eat my snack
while I do this. We got a couple fat snacks with us today, little popcorn.
But I'm saying, like, because I know that it can be hard, making that transition from St. Louis, you being used to, your surroundings, and then you come out here and then, even though your brother was around, it's kind of like, and like with me, I had, my cousin around. Or I had my friend, a few friends around, but you still feel lonely. You still feel you're far away from home still. So even certain things that you're going through that are positive, you can't fully enjoy it the way that you would if you were back home.
Not at all.
So when things like that happen, yes, you were happy, yes, you were excited, but you knew that if you were back home, around your, your
we probably would have watched the Super Bowl at the loft.
It would have been a whole party at the club. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you moving out here, what are some of the downsides, I guess, of for people the reality factor of people to kind of understand also making that transition is not always easy. And what was hard about it for you?
Well, I would say the hardest part about it for me was doing it alone. Like you said, my brother was here, but we also are
two individuals, two separate people.
Right, and by the time I moved, because when I came, I was living with him, but it was always a temporary situation.
Yeah.
I've been on my own since I was 18, and I struggled in St. Louis, so coming to LA where the rent is 3 times what it was in St. Louis.
Yeah.
it's like, oh my God, like, I need some help.
Yeah.
Well, I started reaching out for all type of housing assistance, food stamps, all kind of everything, and just to live. It's not easy, especially in then when you got goals and dreams, and you're like, oh, well, I can't get a 9 to 5 because I got this video that's going viral, and I might get a show next week, and I got to fly across the country because that's what was happening. I was doing shows.
So
and
you were doing shows off of that song?
yes, off important. I was being like, for some, I don't even know how, and I'm gonna just say this guy too. Some people may say it's not, but the gay community just became my fan base. Like, they are the people who booked me. That's who booked me.
Numerous times?
Only.
Only, okay.
I haven't performed in a black club unless it was a friend or at home. Every club that I've been booked, from New York to San Francisco to everywhere that I've been when Important popped off, was a predominantly white, male, gay club. And I've sold out right here in LA, a gay club, 3,500 plus people.
Really?
Chanting and cheering I'm important.
Really?
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 Twice.
So how many streams does I'm Important have on Spotify?
I have no idea.
Let's look. Because I'm curious to know. I mean, you got 35.
And I think it's only been on Spotify a year and a half. It haven't been on Spotify the whole time.
Right, I know. 'Cause I remember going on there looking like, is it on here? Is it on here? And it wasn't on there. Then
We had a whole argument about Spotify.
Then it got on there. And I was like, okay, she got it up on there now. Let's see. Because I'm just like, I trip off of little things like this. Because I'm real big in...
I called my brother like, Skippy B said I need to be on Spotify.
85,000 streams.
That's good.
85,570 streams of Important right now
That's
on Spotify, y'all. So make sure y'all go on Spotify and check out Mz.007, Mz period
Let me see
007.
that. When it tell you how many streams?
Right there. So it's reaching damn near 100,000 streams
That's nice.
on Spotify. So that's good. So you booked these shows, you've done that. Then what else? Then what happens next? Like, it's just kind of, are things
Slow down.
Slow down, really?
Oh, the slowdown was real. Whew. The slowdown was real.
Now, what caused the slowdown?
I don't know. 'Cause I wasn't trying to slow down.
So is it the? I mean, are folks sending you beats? Like, they're trying to like what's going on? Are folks trying to like get
Well,
you?
I'll tell you this. Before the slowdown, I had ASAP Ferg hit me up and wanted me to be on his mixtape.
Okay.
I was on his Ferg Forever mixtape, track 7, on a record called Now.
Okay.
And so that was a huge experience. Man, it was like, it's the record that did the best on that particular mixtape. Then when I say slow down, I mean Important never stopped. It has still gone viral.
Oh, yes, obviously still going.
Yeah, it still goes viral once a year. Last summer, T-Boz from TLC posted it, got 1 million views on her Instagram.
Really?
Yeah. A lot of people, like a lot of celebrities, Gabrielle Sidibe from Empire,
Okay.
Becky, posted it year before that, went viral. I mean, Tess Holliday, was, a lot of people don't know her, but she's one of my inspirations for modeling now, but she's the first plus-size supermodel to ever be on Sports Illustrated and numerous other illustrations that have never represented plus-size women. So it still gets more and more popular. The song won't die. It hasn't died.
And you want to know why?
The money just slowed down.
but you want to know why the song will never die?
Why?
because everyone feels important.
Yeah.
In some sort
It's
of
a
way.
forever record.
Exactly. The word important is never going to die.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So the main thing, so now that you have this record, these celebrities posted, people want to hear more from Mz.007. So what is it that you are doing now to bring them more, more music?
Well, we put out a record. When I say we, my brother and I, we put out a record called God Got Me when Trump got in office.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much talking about resilience and being black in America and things like that. And I ain't gonna say it didn't do well, but it didn't nearly do anything like important. So then we started trying to reevaluate my lane. And what type of music I should put out. And then the TV and modeling and acting started happening, so it didn't really backburn the music, but what it did was made me start, because I never stopped recording.
Mm-hmm.
I just stopped putting music out because you don't want to flop.
Mm.
If a song is still growing and doing its thing, from what I've learned, it's better to just keep letting that song grow than to put out something and flop. And I don't want to flop. So I started creating other situations to keep myself relevant, like making background appearances on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood.
So you was on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood?
Yeah, this past season.
Uh,
Just in the background, though. I wouldn't have I wasn't a character or,
Okay. But you was in the background there. So somebody, if you look on there, you can see you back there. Like, oh yeah.
Yeah. Like a lot of people called me.
Okay.
Hit me up. I saw you on Love and Hip Hop. But them type of situations allowed me to be able to meet people. So I met Safari. I met Hazel E.
Okay.
And it allows me to just be in rooms. I go to Grammy parties and I go, do things like that now, and I just keep my face relevant because a lot of celebrities know me. Like, I walked in a Rick Ross concert one day, and he walked right up to me like, "Yo, I love what you're doing."
I think I saw you post something about that. Yeah.
I couldn't believe it, and I've been trying to be the first lady of Maybach since the day I started rapping.
Yeah,
literally have been trying to be the first lady of Maybach since the day I started rapping. Like, that has been the goal.
Did you watch that show?
No.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The one with the Dream and
Okay.
Rick Ross and.
No, this is why I didn't watch the show. I was in a meeting at MGM the day the show was about to kick off, and they had all these celebrities' names on the board. Now, I've been in a lot of rooms. I've been in a lot of meetings. I've been in every label. I've sat in Jimmy Iovine's office for 2.5 hours and listened to pop music that my brother helped him write, and he even asked who I was. I've been in so many rooms, but I literally, it's like, I lost my train of thought.
Being in so many rooms.
That
Rick Ross.
Oh, yeah. So, like, all these people, they know me. And so, like, he walked up to me and was just like, "I love what you're doing, keep doing what you're doing." But the reason I didn't watch that show, that's where I was. The reason I didn't watch the show is because I had an opportunity to be on the show. And for whatever reason, I wasn't on the show.
So you was about to be on that show.
I was sitting in the room when they was picking the people for the show. Behind the scenes, I was at the production company when they were picking the people. I saw all the names on the board. I knew who was going to be on this show before anybody knew who was going to be on this show.
Yeah. But see, doesn't that feel, just to know that, because you got to think, there's people back in St. Louis or, that would love to be in your position, to even be in the room, to even be able to know who's getting picked for the show. That's a blessing. You know what I mean? Even though you weren't picked for the show. That's
The
still
Four,
a blessing.
too. You ever heard of The Four?
The Four? The Four. Yeah, the Puffy show.
They called me 3 times for that show. I auditioned for that show 3 times. I don't know what happened. You even had, like, people hitting my brother up like, we might got a show for her to be on. It's called The Ford. I don't know what came of it, but I wasn't picked.
You know, that's because I think something else is coming your way.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people say I need my own show. I've recorded pilots, but that's what I was going to say a minute ago. Moving out here wasn't really for just me. It's a whole team of people that I started with that I had nothing but plans on bringing all them with me. So I started moving people out here.
Now, what about Berto?
Berto's still out here, yeah.
Okay.
Nobody lives with me now, but everybody doing good. Everybody doing their own thing. Berto actually came out here to be my personal assistant for a reality show that we had taped the pilot for. They actually got bought by WeTV. They put up a $40,000 budget. They were going to pay me $13,000 an episode. Everybody I had like Bill, Berto, my best friend Sierra, a group of dancers that I met called Pretty Big that live in New York. Okay. These are all my friends that I had. They flew them all out here, and it was going to be good, but WeTV shelved it. They bought it and didn't put it on TV.
Ain't that wild how that type of shit works? They put that money up, and then some shit just never comes out. It's just like an artist being signed to a label. They sign the artist, do all this type of stuff, and they shelve the artist. There's money out here to be made. There's so much money out here so much money out here that people spend money and never even use what they even spent the money on.
That's why my brother never let me sign a record deal. Because he never want it to be a situation where I was shelved.
And you was locked in something. Right. Makes sense. Because important, that was all indie. That's y'all.
Well, it's us. But he signed to Sony. So on the publishing side, they don't take anything from me, but they take from him. So I got my split, I get out my split, but they touch his split. So how he has it set up, I still I'm the winner. So I appreciate that.
So do you find folks back home like hating? Like let's talk about the haters. Let's talk about
I don't even want to talk about the haters.
Well, just talk a little bit
I
about
just
the
had
haters.
a whole
Because
little episode with home, and I don't even. I'm done.
Let's talk. Okay, so you don't talk about the haters. Okay. Well, just know that there's haters out there that they hate. They're like, oh.
I've lost my closest friends.
Yeah.
I've lost my closest friends
because you moved.
I really feel like I was always their friends and they was not mine. And I always feel like they was my friends for some type of intended gain. Or, I don't know, they just never knew how to really be a friend. And they would always say things like I was jealous of them, but the attributes of the things that they've shown me and the things that I've done, it's kind of like, bruh, you got way more for reasons to be jealous of me than I ever got to be of you. And it really made me feel like all this time, they literally have been trying to, they've been so busy trying to beat me, not realizing I was trying to take them with me. Like, never realizing that this was for us. Never realizing that when I'm sitting down in meetings with WeTV, I got your name on the list too. You know what I mean? Like, you always was a character in this movie. Now I gotta kill you off, and you don't even make it through the first episode.
It's like it gets to a point where I was talking to somebody about this the other day. You can talk to people back home about, and then I did this today, and I did this today, and to them they can't really relate to what it is that you own. It's certain things that only you see, that only you can relate. That's why you are around people that can relate to what you can relate to. It's like another level of the game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't really talk about what it is you're going through to people that haven't been to the level that you are. And not everyone has been to the level that you've been around, has been to the level of hearing their song on a Super Bowl commercial. That in itself puts you on another level.
I don't know nobody. I mean, you got people who who was it, Will and Tough Pose on 106 in Park. Like, I believe that was bigger than my thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't really know nobody that have done what I done did.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even the things that they don't know about.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even like right now, I got a 60-second ad going completely viral, almost 5 million views on a clothing commercial. Like,
what is that? Explain that. Talk about that.
So basically, it's a company. It's like the plus size version of Fashion Nova. A lot of people heard of Fashion Nova. It's like an online clothing thing. Well, D&Co is like the plus size version of that. And what they do is they have like personal stylists that you could do, like, take this little quiz, and a personal stylist, based off the quiz, will put together a couple of outfits for you and send them to you. If you like them, you can purchase them. If you don't, you can ship them back.
Okay.
So I did what they call an unboxing. Like, my box showed up and I did an unboxing.
You're on it.
I am right now currently the face of D&Co.
Okay.
And so I got paid to do this little commercial, 60-second commercial, and I never expected to me going viral is an accident. It's not nothing that you just, we finna go viral.
Right.
That ain't how it works. It's always an accident.
Mm-hmm.
It's never intentional.
Right.
But we put this ad out, and all these women is just like, oh my God, her confidence. Oh my God, who is this? Oh my God, I love her. Oh my God, I've sold millions of these boxes now in a month. And this company is like, who is this girl? It's like,
now this is you?
Me.
This is you. This is your business?
No. This is a company that has an online boutique.
Okay, got you. So
and
the
styling
company
service.
sold $1 million.
Yeah,
and
but
you're the face of it.
Because of this commercial,
yeah,
they have now sold millions of boxes off of my ad. So they have a database that tells them how many people clicked on my ad and then went to their website from clicking on my ad and then purchased a box from clicking on my ad. I've sold millions of boxes through this ad. I'm only saying me because it was my face, my voice, me. It was me.
Okay.
Almost like the Patty Pie dude, how he sold all them pies for Patty.
Yeah.
Same exact situation.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta check it out. I haven't seen that.
Gotta see that. That's what's happening right now.
Right now, as we speak.
Today, right this second.
Okay. Hey, that's what's up though. Congratulations on that. So where do you see yourself in the next, 5, let's just say 5 years. Do you see yourself still being out here in LA? Do you see yourself moving back to St. Louis?
Never. Ever.
You said that quick.
I'll buy St. Louis before I move back to St. Louis. I'll buy St. Louis and move it out here before I will not.
Go back to St. Louis.
No. Yeah. For what? I will go buy a lot of property in St. Louis. I would definitely do that. I will clean up a lot of communities in St. Louis. There's several programs I would love to start that I've already written that I would love to start in St. Louis.
Okay.
But I would not live in St. Louis. I would probably have a house everywhere in 5 years. And I just see myself being a mogul. I mean, music is in me forever. But right now, along with the music, these clothes, fashion, and modeling and acting are winning. And the checks are bigger. Because artists don't really make money off nothing but their shows. I mean, it depending on your deal, but 9 times out of 10, your bread is going to come from your shows. The other checks are going to be small. They're not going to be what you think they are. And right now we're recording a lot of music for TV, film, ad, commercials. That's the type of music I've been recording.
Gotcha.
And that's why I haven't put any music out.
That makes a lot of sense. I had a conversation with producer Mike City, and we were talking about, you know, just music for TV and film. That's where you got.
That's where the money.
You got people living up in these houses, up in the hills, and all they do is make music for TV and film.
That's where our music at. That's where our money at.
Mm-hmm.
I love performing though. Like the stage is like my sanity.
Mm-hmm.
I'll perform on the corner of Crenshaw and be happy. For real. I love performing, so that's never gonna go anywhere. But my eyes have been open to so many things. Like,
so like, you know, because you know, there's different people that I know of as well, like have different shows and things like that. If you know, if I know of any type of, you know what I'm saying, open shows like that, definitely. I mean, you know, if you're interested, I definitely.
As long as I ain't gotta pay, I ain't paying for shit.
Oh no, this ain't St.
Them
Louis.
days
this
is
ain't
over.
St. Louis, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta pay to.
Them days is over.
Pay for slots and then before. I'm talking about like an actual, you know, a venue with, you know, there's actually folks performing, and they're gonna be like, yo, you know what I'm saying, check out this, and you just come through and perform important.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's really just all about, because I mean, just based off the fact that you got that song, you can still just perform that song. That's it. And be done. You don't got to get up there and do no.
Because every time somebody heard it, never heard it before, they hooked instantly, and then be like, when did this come out? It's a favorite song. I mean, but since I've been in LA, I'm like I tell you, LA have a way of bringing things out of you that you never knew you had in you. I never in a million years would have thought I'd be acting and modeling and designing clothes. I just launched a bra line. I'm making custom couture bras with my own two hands, and I got them in high-end stores on Melrose in Hollywood. I'm like,
yeah,
I got
okay.
I can't even put it in words how that feel, because
it'd be a trip if you ended up being on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood.
Yeah.
Or some.
They kicked me off.
They kicked you off.
Okay, so I did two episodes background. Showed up for the third day. They told me I couldn't be on the set no more, and I was like, well, why? And I'm joking with them, but I'm like, is it because I'm fat and I'm cute? I mean, what? And so they was like, honestly, your look is just way too polished. You don't look like background. You look like one of the talent. And I'm like, well, hire me then. Like, I am important. If you Google I'm important, my face pop up. I mean, I deserve to be a talent. And they just laughing. I'm like, y'all laughing, but I'm for real. And y'all straight sending me home, and I'm mad. Like,
Damn.
I'm mad. And they like, don't be mad. Like, we really can't even blend you in no more. You been in two different scenes.
Damn. So what scenes were they? So people that can go back, they can look, you know.
So
which season? What?
And they chopped one of them. One of them didn't even air. The second one didn't even air because I was in the scene with Lil Duval and Keisha Cole. When Keisha Cole went on her little date with the other comedian, it was really supposed to be Lil Duval.
Okay.
And I don't know if he fucked up with them or what, but they cut him out and put a different comedian. But I was literally sitting in the frame that whole date. So had that aired, I would have been sitting in a pretty much whole frame, like the camera was pointing at me. But the other scene was when Keisha Cole's boyfriend performed his first single with his mixtape release. I was in the audience.
Okay.
And I had on a red and black little flower shirt. It was nice. But even with that, like, they chopped that up so good because he jumped right off the stage and hugged me. They didn't even show that.
Really? Hey, listen, you know, hey, I mean, just to kind of talk and hear about your journey and from us coming from the same city, you know what I mean? Like, for me, it's inspiring to hear your story, you know what I'm saying? Because we tend to be in our own space when we come out here, but not knowing that others are going through the same thing, that, you know, we all going through the same thing. We all on a journey. We all on a path. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the reasons why I wanted to hit you up, because I knew, you know what I'm saying, you from the hometown. And I know people back home, they want to hear the raw, uncut version of you and talk about You know what I'm saying? Like the ups and the downs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's one thing about being important, but let's talk about when literally you yourself was in that space and you was like, man, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do.
And got me and 3 of my friends living in a 400 square feet apartment, and they done shelved my TV show. We done had this huge production company, production, video, everything. I mean, like everything we practiced for. We was at the crib making movies. We was at the crib doing shows. Got us to Hollywood, and then now I feel like, I done dropped the ball. I done let my friends come out here. We broke. You know how we gonna eat lunch tomorrow? It has been bad, but
it just shows the ups and downs of Hollywood.
Yeah.
And they witnessed it.
Yeah, they witnessed it. They witnessed the ups, the downs. I didn't walk Berto and Bill right in Randy Jackson's office. We sat there, talked to him, laughed with him, walked right in. Uncle Randy, what's up, Uncle Randy? You know, like just talking crazy, like, man, walked me right in CAA. Got me an agent, like, you know, like they seen it with their own eyes. Relationships that I've built on my own, even without my brother, like I've met and been called by owners of, like, and mind you, these are all gay guys too. On all the little clubs in Hollywood, Boosie Bellows,
West Hollywood and all that.
Yeah, I mean the big clubs though that all the celebrities perform at. Owners of those clubs calling me, hitting me on Instagram. Oh my God, I love you. I'm important. Come perform in my club. Come drink with me.
And they pay you?
No, they just want me to come party.
And see, by you doing that though, you're gaining
relationships
and all that. They're like, oh, I like this. Now they go on to Spotify. And
yeah, this is how I met Drake though.
You know what I'm saying?
So
you met Drake?
Yes, met Drake.
Talk about that.
So my friend Marcus Malerno, he is the queen of clubs.
Okay.
And he's owner of like Delilah, Boosie Bellows, which are very known to celebrities, like exclusive, invite only, private invitation clubs. He hits me on Instagram and is like, yo, get dressed, bitch. I'm like, where we going? Drake's after party is at my club tonight for the American Music Awards last year. I'm like, what? I'm getting dressed. So I get dressed, need a haircut, everything. I look a mess to myself. I done threw on my little cape, made myself look real, like fancy. Got on this hood. I look like I'm Illuminati all the way walking up in this club. But I had to because this is Drake. He in there, his daddy in there. We got Ty Dolla Signs in there. We got Russell Simmons in there. We got some of the Jenners in there. We got like people in there. I walk right in. Drake is all over me. Like not physically, but asking people, who is that? Who is that? Who is that? Who is she? Who is the girl with the thing on her head? Like who is that? All night long, and I'm just like elbowing my brother, like, you see him? You see what he doing? He like, yeah, chill. I'm like, you think he know me? Because when I'm, like I said, when I met Rick Ross, he like, keep doing your thing. I love what you're doing. Da da da. He already knew who I was. I'm like, I'm hoping Drake didn't know who I was though. So one of my friends who owned one of the partners of the club, he like, did you meet Drake? And I'm like, no. He's like, Drake, come meet my friend. Walked up to me, I couldn't even say nothing. I was so nervous. I couldn't even believe it. I ain't get no picture or nothing. I was speechless. I just was like, I don't know what made me say this, but I was like, can you please just check your Instagram?
Check your Instagram? And what made you say that?
Okay, I said that because every day around that time, this is when I was like gung-ho crazy about him. So every day I would go live and have my fans, or post something and have my fans tag him. And so I just wanted him to see all these tags because one of my fans had made this cartoon.
Right, I think I remember seeing something like that.
And I wanted him to see that cartoon. And I just had everybody, all my followers, just tag him in this cartoon. And I was like, please, go check your Instagram. My fans, our fans, created this cartoon. You have to see. And I don't know if he really heard me. He probably was tripping off the fact that I said that, but he was like, okay, and walked away. Because when he came over to me, he kind of jogged like he couldn't wait to meet me. And then when I got over and I said this weird ass shit, he was like, okay. And walked away. Like, I mean, we hugged. That's about the only thing I can say.
Did you ever see it?
I don't know. His dad did, though.
His dad seen it?
Because his dad actually followed me. And now his dad asked me for a picture. His dad saw me and was like, you just a beautiful little big girl. I said, little big girl? He said, yes. Come on, take a picture with me. And I was like, with my phone? He like, yeah. So, you know, he from Memphis. He country. So we took the picture, but it was too dark, so I never posted it. And I was nervous when I took the picture with him. And it was like a selfie. It was all fucked. I was just nervous. I'd never been like starstruck in my life till I met him.
Wow.
Him and Rick Ross, I'm just lose it. I can't.
Well, that's dope. So tell me this: if an artist wants to contact you, how can people that want to reach out to you, maybe get a feature from you, how can they reach out to you? How can they find you?
Unfortunately, at this time, I am not doing any collaborations or features until I have completed my current project. My brother and I are putting out an album, God willing, this summer. Okay. Once the project is complete, we will consider collaborations. Okay. We are always looking for beats. Yeah, if anyone wants to reach out and send beats, you can email Mz.007music@gmail.com. You can follow me at Mz.007music everywhere. Instagram, SoundCloud, Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, everywhere is Mz.007 Music, except YouTube is Mz.007 STL. Yeah. And that's how you can reach me. That's how they can reach you. Okay. Or you could just Google I'm important. Okay. And there you go.
Well, you know what, Mz.007, I appreciate you coming to see me.
Always. You know, I couldn't pass up an opportunity. I literally been out here 5 years and I ain't seen you since I've been here. You gotta cut my hair.
Everything, you know what? A lot of what I do is right here in the Valley. So I tend to pretty much stay. When I work here in the Valley, and I'm
over here a lot more now.
You know what I'm saying? So
I got friends over here now.
Oh, word? Okay. Well, listen, I appreciate you coming through and lounging with Skip. And until next time, I'll talk with you all later on the next episode of Lounging with Skip. Peace.